From Sugar House in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, this is Poker Night in America. Welcome to Poker Night in America. I am Chris Hansen, he's Joe Stapleton, and we are on to day 2 here at Sugar House in Philadelphia.
Coming up on tonight's show, Mike Siegel needles Sean Deeb for being a nerd in high school, and Todd Brunson might be at the table, but we're not totally sure. He plays tighter than a gymnastics outfit.
Oh, Brunson in a gymnastics outfit.
Right.
Our second day at Sugar House gets started with 7 brand new contestants on Poker Night in America, and Sean Deeb, as usual, big buy-in at 20 grand. We also welcome Joe Kim and Tony Reed to the table, first time on Poker Night in America.
Chris, where are you?
Welcome.
How do you invite me and not straddle?
Let's,
I'll straddle.
Poker Night in America brought to you by Chemo
let's put a
Sabi.
bounty on Sean.
Lines are 25 and 50.
Yeah, I can't believe you just accepted that.
And there is a $100 straddle that some of the players can choose to take part in.
Yeah.
Matt, why don't me and you put a bounty on Sean, like a 3 out or less?
3 out or less?
You realize I never get in a head, so you can't do that.
What do you want the bounty to be? I'm in.
I'm in
The
too.
first pot of the night is between Reed and
I
Brunson.
gotta make it more than that.
Be a race if we see all 5 cards. And looks like this time 4s are gonna be the winner.
Yeah,
Well, just if you put a bad beat
Just
on
say
it.
hashtag spoiler alert when you say something like that,
You gotta
okay?
give him gut shot
3
equity.
outers are kind of hard to like. There's not that many
you
combinations.
gotta
you know
make
what I'm saying?
you
Like,
gotta make it
more
real
fun.
money in there. You can't make it like
Make it minimum
get
pocket
At
size.
least 2,000.
2,000, yeah.
200
yeah,
2,000
yeah.
from me or 2,000 pot size?
2,000
pot.
pot.
At least minimum.
Yeah.
These guys, they know about. Greg, you know
Incinerated
about that?
peak already. I'm incinerated
incinerated.
peak.
Todd Brunson obviously
Incinerated.
probably never played with Tony Reed before.
There's
Tony,
really
already
no
you're
one
fired.
for
Hey,
me
Siegel,
to-
we also have a no sunglasses rule, buddy.
There's
Kinda playing this hand blind.
There's no one for me to really pick on besides you here today. These seems like nice people. Usually, not everybody's so nice here.
Give it a minute.
Interesting raise from Todd. Does he think Tony's gonna go crazy with a hand worse than a king?
I've been on
has
this
no
show
straddle.
5 times. I wear my sunglasses all the time. The lights are too bright.
You haven't been on the show 5 times.
Okay, let's bet.
Do you understand this?
Fun hand one.
Nice hand, Todd.
Well, Tony did go crazy.
Yeah, you don't mess around, Tony.
I hate money too.
Now's the part where you gotta figure out if it's a hand worse than ace king.
All right, call.
Spoiler alert for Chris.
Thank you.
It's not.
Let's show the hands. Show the hands.
Wait,
Hold
wait,
on,
turn them
show
up.
the
You gotta
hands.
turn up for this game.
Aces for Todd.
Ace,
He
king,
does
and
call.
set. Fours,
You got a lot of
yeah.
equity there, Todd.
Tony, don't let him bring a 5 or a deuce on the turn.
2 days in a row.
quiet.
You called deck the first hand.
Yeah, you're safe now,
And
Tony. Everything
Todd
right?
is dead
Everything
on the
right,
turn.
Tony?
Holy cow.
There's supposed to be a smoke. Like that deuce is supposed to go with a turn. We gotta make it interesting.
I hate money too.
Ty will incinerate you guys.
I told you we should have brought Tornado.
Yeah, well, I thought he was going to come.
I told Matt that he
Tornado?
wanted to play.
I asked him. He didn't. He's hard to. He's
Like
hard to nail down
Siegel
with
in
text
the
because he
cutoff.
doesn't Speak English well. It's like he
Limps
doesn't
in.
understand.
Sean Deeb playing this hand with Jack 9. Reed calls and a check from Matt Glantz. Oh, this is super
right over there
exciting.
before.
I know.
4 players who have limped in. Oh,
I like multi-way action.
So he's gonna be waiting all day, so.
The only problem with
Queen 4 is the flop, so that gives Siegel trip queens.
Yeah, nobody else has flopped much except for this little pair here from Matt Glantz. I would love if he just insta-mucked to this raise.
21.
Very quick call from Siegel.
Matt Glantz has got to know at this point when Siegel hasn't folded that he's behind.
Jack on the turn.
28.
Wow.
Oh, just keep firing. And another very speedy call from Mike Siegel.
This is some bad timing, Matt Glantz. This is like calling in sick to work when your boss can see you're both at the same football game.
Check.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh so loud there, Matt, but
Sometimes they have it.
Bunch of monkeys
Yeah,
here
he
playing
think
all
you
in it.
need clown. Yeah, good hand. You find,
oh, that's great. You take my money and you make fun of me. Fantastic.
Matt says I don't play. I play a lot of good hands. I just play them badly.
Yeah.
That's
He doesn't play bad hands. He
right.
plays good hands, but he just plays
good
them.
hands
He
bad.
just plays them bad.
That's what Matt says.
He also sometimes does grammar bad.
Kings for Deeb.
Yeah, speaking of good hands,
He gets Matt Glantz to raise him to 400.
repop him again. He's not folding to you.
Now, Todd, do we have to pay him the bounty, 200 each, if he beats him, or any of us beat him? Do we pay?
I don't care.
The other two people
It's all right
pay?
with me.
Yeah.
Gotta be a big pot, though.
It's got to be 2,000. Yeah. We said
2,000?
2,000. Yeah.
All in.
All in.
Yeah, Matt Stack a little shorter than he would like to play post flop, so they're gonna get it in pre.
4 out or a 3 out or less,
Probably
you
has
get an
ace-
extra
he probably has
400.
aces and slow rolling me right now.
Yeah.
I don't have aces.
It's not slow rolling, or you are slow rolling?
I don't have aces. I might be slow rolling. I have my favorite hand, and I just want to get it in.
What's your favorite hand?
King Queen.
Oh, no.
You want to call from King Queen?
My favorite
Obviously.
hand is 2
Okay, I call.
aces. I don't know.
No, I figured you're slow rolling. I have an ace, though.
Okay.
That was a slow
Got two
roll
aces?
within a slow roll.
Oh, so this would be a 3 out.
Slow roll
this would
inception.
be the bounty.
This would
get the
qualify.
bonus.
Yeah,
Bonus
you call- yeah,
bonus
but ace,
400.
it's 200 each. Todd and I have to give you
Spade?
Spade. That's
Three
not a
spades
2
for the
out.
slip?
Ace.
Not
would be
looking
a
good
nice
for ace
bonus.
10.
Only an ace on the river would do it.
Yes,
Can't find
I know.
it. So Sean Deeb's going to win the
I need
$9,000 pot.
To be fair, King
I'm
Queen
gonna
would
call
have
my
won too.
wife, tell her she can order that new car. You guys are playing all day, you and Sean, right? I'm gonna call her now. She's been bugging me for a new car.
I
I'm
think
gonna
Sean
text her
should
now.
slow roll Mike so hard that he calls his wife, tells
Sean,
her to
you're
get the
playing
new
all
car.
day, right?
They wait a while, go pick it up, take it home, pull it in the driveway, open the garage, and then Sean's standing there at the winning hand. They have to take it back.
Poker Night in America is brought to you by our trusted friend, Kimosabi Mezcal. Why settle for tequila? Step up to Kimosabi.
Welcome back to Poker Night in America. Let's return to the felt.
And you definitely have that.
Poker Night in America brought to you by Kimosabi Mezcal.
You've had a pretty boring life, huh? That's the most dangerous thing you did is to play online poker while driving. Sounds like a great childhood. Sounds like you had a lot of fun in high school. In your locker. You were in the locker a lot. He knows how many rivets are on each locker inside of it. He counted them all.
Hey, some of us liked it in our lockers.
Your prom must have been a blast.
Mike's prom was a blast. His date is still in therapy. I'm kidding. She's dead.
He's gonna try to rip them chips from you. Keep messing with him.
Yeah.
Out of position.
Good luck.
Kim with queens raises up to 700. Back to Sean Deeb.
Roughly how much you're playing?
Queens versus tens. This is a bigger cooler than the one Mike keeps his gabagoo in.
Sure,
This is 30. This is
that can't be right.
this is 3,200.
She has like a little over 3 behind her.
Yeah,
It's like
3,200.
I like how everyone else is answering how much money she has behind.
Under 35.
It's always my favorite at the table.
And that is going to put Joe Kim all in.
Likes the bully women.
What'd you think
Likes
about
the
that,
bully women. Yeah, I'll chip
What'd you
in.
think about
Can
that?
we chip in on a hand?
They're hoping she 3 outs.
I mean, he knows I have a good hand, so now I'm worried.
Can we chip in?
You have, Joe.
I have pocket queens.
Are we allowed to chip in on her
I
hand?
mean, yeah, my instinct is to just like,
Wait, can we give her the
Queens? Are
200
they good?
now? She can call with it? She can call an extra 600?
Tough decision for someone who doesn't play for these stakes every day of the week. Insta-call for most of these sickos.
I can't fold.
No.
Yeah, you can. No, there you go.
Why would you want to fold the best
You
hand?
can't fold
With
this.
tens,
are you
when she didn't
kidding me?
snap call.
What do you want to
I would like
chip in?
60 seconds of
And
my
now
time
everyone would be
back.
rating her. Please don't draw out on her.
I was going to say, she still has to
Hey,
fade the
did you say
10.
that out
Lady,
loud?
lady,
You're not
lady.
allowed to root out loud, Todd.
Just flops a boat, no big deal.
Todd's rooting out loud. This is pretty funny.
See, he really hates money, don't he?
Listen to me. He's horrendous. If he played with real players, he'd have 0 shot.
Eight-five, the Back to the Future hand, heavy.
Glantz is going to play King 9.
Nice hand, Matt.
Siegel's raising with Ace Queen.
I'm rooting for you. Just suck out on him.
Please. I think I need to.
And the flops 10, 7, King, all clubs. Siegel with the Ace of clubs.
This one should be interesting. Top pair versus the nut flush draw. The classic matchup, like Yankees versus Red Sox.
How much?
500. At least it didn't raise. That's good news.
I'm all in.
Sick card. With the club. Sick card.
Wow, what a shove from Siegel. Way to chase away all your action.
Good hand.
Mike Siegel now knows how to kill both the action and the mood.
I almost bet 1,100 in the river, and I decided not to.
I would have 11.
Sean Deep straddling this hand.
Yeah,
He is
I
going
know
to
you're
blind raise to 100 before the flop, but he gets to act last.
He's not
It is
going
calling you
hard.
would not have 1100 to stack. He
Right.
return the 1100 to a
No,
stack.
he could make a move on a hand and he would win, but I don't think he was doing that either. I cut out
Siegel will be
1,100
folding.
to back on my stack.
Over to Himmelbrand. King
I
8.
didn't like the jack,
No, thank you.
just in case he makes a horrendous call with the two gutter
This hand
balls.
will end at a chop a lot if it gets to showdown. Boy, it ended a chop when Sean Deep gets to just suck out.
Oh,
Is that a check?
You gotta be joking me.
and an ace comes on the turn. That could get Deeb even more money.
I should have saved you to be joking me for this, probably, but I was too excited.
I know. Once it popped in your head, you just couldn't hold
Gotta
on to
say
it.
If Sean thinks Joe's gonna have an ace a lot here, he's gonna raise. And look at that.
As predicted, he does raise it
Yeah,
to
that would've been good for the
1250,
game
so
after
1,000 to
how he
call.
showed that.
That is a call.
I bet the river and show that after he folds would have been good.
Tim
for
drawing super thin.
That's the factor in, right?
Yeah, it's bad. I cut it out to bet it, and I checked
King on the river.
And it's a
I really
third
like the jack.
spade.
It becomes a baby.
Now, running
card.
spades might have been one of the reasons Sean would raise the turn, charge for the draw, but my guess is he's not too concerned about it.
I have a spade. I might call here.
You don't have a spade. Good fold.
Yeah, she has the fold.
Nobody folds top pair in this
You're
game.
rooting for a spade.
Get her
to
out
call?
of here.
Spade kick. You said if you had a spade, you were gonna call.
Well, Kim manages to get away after turning top pair, and now you get a chance to get away from us because we're taking a quick commercial break. More poker after this.
All right, we'll switch.
You want to switch?
Yeah,
Mets,
we'll switch.
Mets and it. He definitely had your card.
No, I promise. Oh, wait, hold on. What hand was this? Don't switch, don't switch, don't switch, don't switch.
Welcome back to Poker Night in America.
Okay, tell the guys they can start playing again.
Poker Night in America at Sugar House, right in the heart of Philadelphia. 7 is the number, by the way, Stapes.
Of
7
cheesesteaks?
Of cheesesteaks that I've had this trip. 7.
I was gonna say if it's in the heart of Philadelphia, it must be pretty clogged from all that cheese whiz.
I am addicted. I mean, I seriously have a problem. See, my wife doesn't allow cheese whiz in the house, so when I get out of the house, forget about it.
Wow, your wife does care about you.
She does, yeah.
All right.
Hey, Mikey, gotta raise ace queen.
Your black's 25 high.
3,000 high.
Now, I know it looks like Sean's thinking about his decision, but he's actually just thinking about dogs dressed as clowns. He loves them.
King Jack's no good.
That's all you're afraid of?
You would have had all the money, and if you had anything better than that, I don't even think you have that. But we would have been pushing it all in already if you had anything better than that. I'll show you. You can fold. You better.
Can you show me one card?
No, I'm not gonna. I'll show you after the hand, both of them, if you want.
He'll show you like a pair of paisley cuffs.
All in.
Oh,
I call.
Oh, well, of course he'll call the whole thing off.
Oh,
What
my.
was I
Oh,
thinking?
God.
I need an ace. Deal.
wow, what a hand.
Get your bounty ready, boys.
And no ace on the
Happily
flop
bet it
for
down.
Siegel.
And there's one less out for Mike. Heart's no good.
And the river is a
Nice hand,
queen,
Siegel.
but that won't
Play
do
it.
it. And Sean Deeb is going to take 14-3 off of Mike Siegel.
And he says, nice hand, Siegel. You doing anything sewing with that needle?
I got a better hand.
More needling than
200,
Butcher's Sew Shop, located on 8th between Fulton and Catherine. I give free thimbles.
Double
Needle
straddle, Matt?
myself.
I don't have enough.
You got enough. You'll just basically be committed.
Yeah.
Hey,
right,
welcome to the
exactly.
table, new player,
If I
Ty
could finish
Ha.
your whole stack.
See, you really wish you did now.
I should have now.
Straddle's on, and so is the suit. Cheese whiz bisque.
Come on, make a big hand.
Ace Jack. Here we go.
Don't do it, Ty.
Put him in. Oh.
Let's get it started at ha.
How much you have left?
Nothing.
Is he going to make it hot and hot?
He's broke. Well, you lend him some money?
He's just gonna make it hot. in here.
This is a fun game. Ace Jack pulls ahead of Kings with an ace on that flop.
And that is it. No more betting actions. Matt Glantz is all in on this flop.
Why don't we get it in pre-flop?
So you get for not straddling for 200.
Same thing would happen, obviously.
No, he would have folded probably.
Welcome to the game, Ty Ha.
Nice hand.
And go.
Mike Siegel under the gun. You got to turn the cuffs up so people can see them.
Anybody know when Todd's coming back to the game, Matt?
Everyone's looking for Todd. He's right at the table. They
Where'd
playing
he
that
go?
game where they pretend like he's invisible and it drives them really crazy.
Disappeared.
A limper says, what?
Just check raise the one in the last spot.
Sean Deep says limps are for the bake. Wait, that doesn't really work.
I was on the phone.
Bad timing on that.
I was on the phone. I wasn't.
Deep raises with King Queen. Over to Joe Kim.
I'll leave you alone with him.
Call from Kim.
Did you hear me, Matt?
Where's Joe Kim been? I've seen
Joe
almost
had
nothing
the,
written about her on the
operation
internet.
For the sleeve thing.
And Sean Deeb flops pretty good.
Unfortunately, Kim flops nothing.
Goes check, check. Deeb improves to a full
I
house.
didn't know. Now I know.
Kim improves to two-pair ace kicker.
Why are you getting updates?
Deeb has to bet
Someone just happened to text
something,
me that. That's why I
so
said
he
what
makes
you
it 300.
Kim thinks ace high might be the best hand. And Kim rivers a flush. Draw.
You know you had everybody looking at that diamond to check and see if it was a heart, right?
So many people started their little tweets to correct me and then had to go delete, delete, delete. One person even sent it. Such a small bet to have to call.
King high. Race is good.
Oh, Sean.
Good bet, Sean Deeb. Try to make it look like he was trying to.
King queen.
Oh, yeah, see what he was doing there was slow rolling and being a you-know-what?
Did he really? You really are a piece of.
That was really nice.
Man, I do not want to leave the table right now.
Can we refuse to go to commercial?
I don't know, Joe, but I don't want to tell my grandchildren I didn't try.
Like I said, I'm like.
I know, I'm throwing it up there for
All
you.
right, we'll
That's all.
switch.
You want to switch?
Matt's in it. He definitely had your card.
No, I promise. Oh, wait, hold on. What hand was this? Don't switch. No, you good call.
You're such a hustler.
No, I promise you.
So
You swear on goose.
next time.
Yeah, next time.
What are we waiting?
That's just an offer. It like tilts people up when they switch. You know,
Yeah.
when they like lose, and then switch and then lose.
Poker Night in America is brought to you by our trusted friend, Kimosabi Mezcal. Why settle for tequila? Step up to Kimosabi.
Welcome back to Poker Night in America.
Also known as Pinaya.
Not really. Anyway, let's take a look at the chip counts as we wrap up another session here at Sugar House in Philadelphia. Glantz finishes down nearly 17,000, while the only big winner tonight was Sean Deeb, who took most of Mike Siegel's money after some entertaining locker room talk, shall we say.
Pinaya. And don't forget the hit and run from Tony Reed, who doubled through Todd Brunson and then left the game soon after. Pinaya.
It's not it's P-N-I-A.
Pinaya.
Stapes, will you make me a promise tonight that we're not going to start any Twitter wars on the show, please?
I promise nothing. I'm sorry, Chris, but if you want to play with the king of the slow roll, you've got to pay the troll toll.
We're back with the giant man baby that's been with Poker Night since the very beginning. It's time for Face Up with Sean Deeb.
It's a great story how I met my wife. I was playing the Chad Brown Invitational in Jacksonville, Florida, 6-7 years ago. I make the final table, so she's dealing, and I'm in the one seat, and she's like, all dolled up. You know, she got her hair done just to be the TV dealer. And I'm like, you know, she's wearing glasses. I'm like, you like try to make everyone think you're really young and like you're 22, 23, but you're really just 28. You're just kind of old. She like gives me this like death stare, and I nailed her age perfectly. Like one of my best reads ever. So we go to the bar and it's like 8 dudes, her and this like Russian girl who just turned 21. She gets kicked out of the bar within like an hour, hour and a half. My future wife is with her boyfriend. She gets hammered, passes out in her car on the ride home. I'm thinking there's nothing going on between me and this girl. But everyone else picked it up except for me, apparently. I was totally oblivious. We start texting for a few months. She texts me, "You're good at poker." I had a new phone. I lose my phone a lot. I had no context. And I just had the area code as Jacksonville. So I thought it was the Russian girl. So I save her in my phone as the Russian girl instead of her. And we text for like 2-3 months. She said she's gonna come out to Vegas to hang out. So she's in Vegas for 3 days. She extended her flight from 4 hours layover to 3 days to hang out with me. I totally blew her off the first 2 days. On the third day, it's 4th of July. Her name is Ashley, shows up, and I'm like, "Oh, you're here too?" She's like, "What do you mean? You've been texting me for months." I'm like, "Oh." She's like, "I knew you were blowing me off. I'm glad you thought it was her. That makes it acceptable." Like, she totally got it. She like knew she was getting blown off. She in fact thought it was the other girl, and she saw how excited it was her. She was totally okay with that. Her boyfriend at the time, when she told her she was gonna hang out with Sean Deeb and go drinking, he was like sick and he didn't want to go out, but he's like, "You're hanging out with Sean Deeb, we gotta go." So the whole car ride, he's talking to stories about poker with me. He was like a $2 180 grinder. Like I was like his online hero. So he like totally looked up to me. And so we ended up getting married. She sent a text to him because we eloped in Vegas, and she's like, "Just so you don't hear from someone else, me and Sean got married." And his response was, "I knew it was a bad idea to hang out with Sean Deeb."
For more from Poker Night in America,
Panaya.
It's not Panaya. Visit pokernight.com or connect with us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch for up-to-date information, full episodes, and unedited live streams. Thanks for watching Poker Night in America.
Panaya.
It's not Panaya. Poker Night in America is brought to you by Kimosabi Mezcal.
You really are a piece of
That was really nice.
Yeah, you really are a piece of
Do what I'm known for.
Wow. Being a piece of that's not a good thing to be known for. Wow.
That was a fast
I
one.
don't think you would have made 15 in my neighborhood. What a scumbag.
He was on the bottom.